Do you ever get shoulder pain when you do push-ups? I sometimes do if I don't pay attention to my form. I'm Dr. Morgan Riggins. I'm a physical therapist at Opal Movement Therapy, and today we're going to break down push-up mechanics and how to optimize push-ups so that you put less stress on your shoulders and you can work more of your muscles. So I have a little anecdote first. I don't program push-ups that often for myself, but sometimes when I train with my coach, there are push-ups in the workout, and I hopped into a workout one time and it was like 10 rounds of, however many push-ups you could do. I was getting like 6 to 10 at a time. I basically did like 60 plus push-ups in one workout. And the next 2 days, my shoulder, both sides, but right side worse, was so painful. It felt like I had vice grips on either side. And that was a true example of where I overloaded the muscles in the joint of the shoulder because I did a huge amount of push-ups, like 60 reps, and I had only done, maybe 20 or 30 reps, maybe once a week, maybe once every other week. And so it's just a great example of push-ups were not the problem, but I did so many of them, such high volume. I know I fatigued, I know my form fell apart, but I was still ripping through them in the workout, that the next 2 days, my rotator cuff muscles and tendons and the joints were like, Morgan, we haven't trained for this. So that being said, I started incorporating push-ups more regularly and trying to get somewhere between 20 to 40 reps with good mechanics, throughout the course of a whole workout. And now I can hop into a group workout and there can be high volume push-ups and I don't have the same type of tissue response. So it's all about what kind of capacity do our tissues have and how are mechanics. So let's go over really good mechanics for a push-up. That way you can practice good form and build up that tolerance and that load capacity for the joints, the tendons, the rotator cuff muscles, all that good stuff. So we can do push-ups pain-free. So we're gonna break this down and we're gonna start on hands and knees. And so in this position, this is gonna become my full push-up position in a moment, but I want to start with my shoulders stacked over my elbows and my hands. I don't want to be behind, I don't want to be over my hands. I want to be directly over at 90 degrees here. This is the most stable position for the shoulder. And in this position, I don't want to just be hanging out, hanging on my shoulders, my elbows, and my hands. I actually want to actively push the ground away. That separates my shoulders a little bit and I'm in an active position. And when I say it separates my shoulders, if I relax like this, my shoulder blades are pinching together a little bit and I want them to be active so that all of these muscles here can support some of my body weight when I do the push-up. And I want to keep my head in line with my spine. So shoulders are active, head's in line with my spine. And then I'm going to do one modified on my knees first so we can talk about the bottom of the push-up. And then we'll put it all together. So in this position, I can do it modified. That'd be kind of level 1. And what I want is I want to bend at the elbow, and then I want to push straight up. And at the bottom here, my shoulder, my elbow are level. That's really important because if I go to the point where my shoulder drops forward like this, that's going to put more stress on the front of my shoulder. And with a lot of repetition, that can cause problems. So instead, I want to keep that shoulder kind of, sucked into the center of the socket. So as I come down, I'm done where my shoulder and my elbow are level, and then I come back up. I don't want that shoulder to pop forward. So I need to think about keeping that shoulder kind of sucked into the socket, bending at the elbow, pushing to come up. The other common cheat we see is because this is hard, there's a lot of load on my upper body, I may start to borrow from my back. And so as I come down, I don't want to drop my lower back down. I want to keep it active so my abs are on. And then as I come up, I don't want to drop my back to come up. If you're trying to correct this and you can't correct it in a modified position, you may want to bump your hands up onto a bench or a low step just to take a little bit of weight off. That can be a good starting point if you're not able to hit these performance points just on your knees. If this is going well, then we'll take it up to the full push-up start position. I'm still not hanging. I'm thinking about pushing the ground away, stacked over my hands, abs are on, lowering where my shoulders and elbows are level, pushing away as a unit. Pushing away as a unit. And these are tough, right? Which is why, because they're so challenging and they require upper body, shoulder, core, leg stability and strength. Often the shoulder, because it's so mobile, it will get the brunt of the work, right? So that's why we want to be really aware of what our whole spine is doing. And then we want to modify as needed. So today I may have like, a couple of good reps in the tank, and then I might need to drop to the knees to finish that set to hit those main criteria. So let's recap one more time. Key points of performance, whether you're doing a modified push-up or a full push-up, we want to make sure our spine is in a nice straight line. We're pushing the ground away to separate the shoulder blades and keep them active. If I'm doing modified, I'll bring my knees back further. I stop at a point where my shoulders and my elbows are level. The shoulder is not popping forward. I push away as a unit. Full push-up, nice straight line. Head, neck, upper back, core engaged. Shoulder blades are separated. Lowering as a unit. Shoulder and elbow are level. Pushing away as a unit. Good luck. If you liked this video or if you had questions, please leave us a comment and we'll answer them. And then feel free to subscribe to our channel to see more videos like this. You can hit the bell icon to get notifications. We also post daily on Instagram and Facebook.